You have a sheet called Cell City, and we're going to go over that right now. The names of cell structures or organelles are often quite confusing to students. And in order to remember their function more easily, we like to compare it to the function of things in a city. So the first thing you can see is, okay, we've got the cell here, and that would equate to a city. Then it says we have a cell structure called the nucleus, and that's like City Hall. In grade 9 and 10, you'll spend time learning about DNA and RNA, and learn that those materials help control what a cell does and how it does it and when it does it. A nuclear membrane says it's like cell hall security. So the membrane means this is material that surrounds the nucleus, and it regulates what enters and leaves the nucleus. And it may be based on size. Big things are too big to get in or to get out, and smaller things can get in and out easily. Next, we have the endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes. And so you can read through about the ER, but they look like large canals that go throughout the cell. And we have ribosomes, and they will look like these dots. And they're very important when you get to Science 10 because they're part of what makes protein. And that's really what cells are. They're protein factories. You have something called the Golgi Complex, and here it says waste treatment and sewer system, express agent and moving company. And so it's good at sorting, packaging, and distributing materials, in this case proteins, throughout the cell. Lysosomes itself are like cell morticians and demolition experts. And so they're trying to take care of materials that you want to get rid of. And so in a city you might have old buildings that need to come down. Well, lysosomes are going to get rid of structures that are no longer useful to you. Mitochondria are hugely important. These are the power packs of the cell. And animal cells and plant cells need energy, so this is how they do it. This is why you've got to take in food and get sugar from that food. You've got to breathe in air, and from the air you get oxygen. And you need oxygen to burn the sugar, and that's called cellular respiration. And that allows you to have the energy to actually look at this video and answer questions about it. Cytoplasm, it says, is real estate. It's like the ground. So all of these other organelles are just embedded in the cytoplasm. And it's that jello-like substance. It reminds you, probably if you did eye dissection, a bit of vitreous humor. The cell membrane surrounds the cell, and again, it regulates what can enter and leave a cell, and we will spend time worrying about that. Chloroplasts found in plants, so it says these are solar power plants for the cell. And so they're going to take sunlight and they're going to allow that to cause a chemical reaction, which allows you to make sugar, and a byproduct is oxygen. We'll talk about that in more detail later. Cell wall. So this would be like the old fortified cities like Quebec City or cities in Europe, where you have a wall surrounding it. We only find in plant cells, and it makes the cells much more rigid. So that's your first look at these cell structures, and we'll go over them again next class. Just to try to drive home what they are. You also have in your package, you'll have a sheet that says the cell is a city, and it also is doing this kind of comparison. It takes practice. You may want to use flashcards for cell structures, and just make sure you understand, cell structure, cell organelle means the same thing to us. That's it for this video.